Hey guys, it's Investing Done Simply here. In this video, we're going to go over my monthly update for September, go over the dividends I've received, we're going to go over my open positions in my portfolio, and this channel's all going to be about my journey to 100k and beyond. So if you're new to this channel, which you most definitely probably are, make sure you to subscribe, like and comment, and turn on my notifications so you don't miss another video that I post. Now, I do have to insist, this is not financial advice, and this is just simply a documentary of my journey on building my portfolio. My portfolio might be somewhat similar to what a lot of you guys might have, as I'm only 19 years old. So without further ado, let's get into my portfolio updates. Let's just jump straight into it. As you can see, for this month, I have reached the milestone of £3,000 after I've added some money that I've earned from my job.
As you can see here, my cost basis is only £2,800 and I have an unrealized profit of about £200, giving my investment portfolio to be just over £3,000. As you can see here, not much has changed in terms of what ETFs are my top in terms of my portfolio, as it's still the S&P 500, the FTSE 100 and the FTSE All World High Dividend Yield. This is just purely because I want some diversification, getting some US stocks, getting some UK stocks, and just any other stocks around the world that obviously pay dividends and just for like steady growth. Now, swiftly moving on to my long-term ETF SPY, which does consist of the FTSE 100, the S&P 500, and the FTSE All World. You can see here, in the last month, I'm up £30, which is a rough 3%, bringing my total PI value to £1,077. This is obviously after me adding £110, which I do at the end of every month, after I get paid for my job. Now, going into the wider perspective, you can see here how my PI's growth has been very steady and a lot more steep in the recent months. That's just purely because I've been adding a lot more money more regularly over these last couple months. But you can see here, overall, the PI's value has gone up by £128.45p with a rate of return at a staggering 45.2%. And I won't stop investing into this PI, as this is going to be my safe haven for the next 30, 40, 50 years, however long. And the power of compound interest is just going to take action and take it to the moon. And now we're going to swiftly move on to the juicy bits that most of you guys might be here to look at. We're going to be looking at my dividends for the month of September, and we're just going to walk through some of the top dividends that I got paid for this month. As you can see here from the screen, to date, from the start of my investing journey in April 2024, I have received £66.48p in total dividends, which I think is absolutely amazing in a year and a half. Now, just comparing the total dividends to date I have received from last month it was only £53.90p, and as you can see, September was a big month, as I went from 53 to £66. So now let's delve into what I actually received and into a more in-depth tracker that I have. Now, looking at my in-depth tracker for my dividends that I received per quarter and per year, you can clearly see the snowball effect has already started, as in Q3 of last year I've only received £5.66, but this year I've received just under £25. Now, with the end of Q3, it brings my total dividends for 2025 to £55.16, bringing my total dividends up to £66.48. And as you can see, from 2024 to 2025, there has been a massive jump of about £40. And hopefully, with this snowball effect taking place, hopefully next year, I can receive £100 in a single calendar year. Now, with that noted, we'll go through some of my dividends that I've received from certain companies that were probably the highest during the month, with the first one being from Pennon, being £1 1p near the start of the month. Next, we are going to move on to Lloyds Banking Group, which paid me £1 and 11p. And the reason why I invest in them is actually their dividend yield is much higher than the yield that they give with their interest accounts. And I personally bank with Lloyds, so I prefer to invest in their company as their dividends are much higher than the savings account interest rates. Next is another company in the banking industry, which is NatWest, who paid me a huge 88p at the start of this month as well, along with Lloyds. Moving on now, we have Aberdeen Group, who paid me £1.15 in the month of September. And my biggest dividend of the month of September was Harbour Energy, with a massive £2.40, contributing to a lot of the Q3 payments I got for 2025.
The second last dividend I received was from the Renewables Infrastructure Group, who paid me a massive £1.50 for the month of September. Last but not least, the last massive dividend I received for the month of September was from Legal and General, who paid me £1.47 for the month of September. And with that done, you can see here how the snowball effect is really taking effect into my portfolio already, and it's only been just over a year, like a year and about 6 months, 7 months. And as you can see here, dividend investing portfolio and like snowballing and everything is really true and real, and we shall see how my portfolio goes in the next 40-50 years. Now, with all the dividend talks all over with, I'm proud to say September was a really good month for me for dividends and my portfolio growth, and many more to come, as October will be promising, especially the end of Q4, where normally stock prices tend to rise quite a bit just because of Christmas and a lot of other events. So we shall see, and I'll see you for another update for October. Bye now, and make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications.